Welcome everyone to the city of dreams, the city of Mumbai. And here we are for a very special reason. A very special chess event is taking place in the city, and that's the draft of the Global Chess League, the biggest chess league in the world. And the draft is happening at the Mahindra Towers in Mumbai. The Tech Mahindra Global Chess League started in the year 2023, and now it's in its fourth edition. And you can see there are 6 teams, and all the players who are there on this frame are the ones that the teams have actually retained. So 6 players will get drafted in each team, and there you can see the Triveni Continental Kings have Firuza and Vei. The Fires American Gambits have Bibisara that they have retained. The upgrade Mumba Masters have MVL, Shakhriyar Mamedyarov and Harika. The Ganges Grandmasters have Polina Shuvalova and Stavrula Solakidu. And so each team has 6 players, which means that they have to fill up the rest by bidding for the players. Look at that, Arjun Erigaisi and Katerina Lagno for the PBG Alaskan Knights. And you can see some big names in the world of chess. We have Adiban, we have Srinath Narayanan, and we have Praveen Thipse. These are the coaches of different teams. And there you see the Triveni Continental Kings coming in with their team coach, GM Luke Van Veli, who's traveled all the way from the Netherlands here. The coaches play a very important role, like here Adiban is doing for the Ganges Grandmasters along with the team of MGD1, who's managing the Ganges Grandmasters team. And Swayams Mishra is the coach for the PBG Alaskan Knights.
Rooted in Mr. Anand Mahindra's vision to reimagine the way that the world experiences this beautiful sport that is chess, the Global Chess League has evolved into something truly exceptional. Welcome to the Tech Mahindra Global Chess League Season 4!
Very nice video there. That's Vansh Sharma, who's the project manager at the Global Chess League, and that's the commissioner of the Global Chess League, Gaurav Rakshit, the man in charge of this event. And then the draft began, and there were 3 icons who had to be drafted: Jan Nepomniachtchi, Javokhir Sindarov and Viswanathan Anand, as the other 3 icons had already been drafted or retained by the teams. And so the teams bid for them, and eventually it was Jan Nepomniachtchi going to the team of the Ganges Grandmasters. We had Javokhir Sindarov for the Fires American Gambits and Vishy Anand in the PBG Alaskan Knights. You can see slight nervousness on the faces of the team owners as the bidding process began, and there Nihal Sareen came on screen. And as the teams would start bidding, you would see them raising their play card there, bidding an amount, and then finally this team was filled up. Some teams got the players that they wanted, some teams did not get the players that they wanted, but all in all teams that were drafted were kind of evenly matched. And in a few minutes from now, I want to talk about these teams and tell you about who was drafted in which team. And this is going to make the entire league just so exciting. And you can see there, with each team having a team coach, they had a specific strategy. They went after certain players. They're like, we want this player, and sometimes you overspend for one player and then you don't have enough money left in the other section. That's the Prodigy board with Pranav Venkatesh, and there were many other players who were debuting this time. For example, Divya Deshmukh is debuting for the first time, Yaskan Erdogmas, Pranav, and Abhimanyu Mishra, and so many others. And finally, the draft came to an end. That's the different teams, they're happy with how the draft went and standing with their team roster, and you can see the smiles on their face. It's time for us to analyze each team and the players in it, but first let's hear from a couple of people who were present at the draft.
How would you rate this auction from 1 to 10?
I think 9.5 at least, because we got a lot of players we want.
Any message for the other teams?
No, come out, enjoy the competition, compete well, compete fairly, and let's have a great time building the GCL and building chess in India again.
So we're going to analyze all the teams and try to look at how each of the teams stand against each other. The league is a couple of months away, but the teams are already drafted. So let's begin with the first team, that are the defending champions, Alpine APL Pipers. And here we already have Magnus Carlsen, who's going to play in this team. Now, Magnus on the icon board. Then you have Anish Giri and Vidit Gujrati. And you have Divya Deshmukh, Humpy, and you have Volodar Murzin. So these are basically the 6 players who are playing in this team. For me, what is very interesting is the dynamic between Anish and Magnus. You know, like they've never been on very friendly terms personally. Let's see, while Vidit and Anish are very good friends. And in fact, the team of Hexamind, which is in the World Rapid and Blitz Team Championship, has Murzin, Divya, Vidit and Anish. So somehow they all came together. I also like their women superstar board with Divya and Humpy in it. And Murzin is a world-class player. So I think this team is a very, very balanced team. As mentioned, it will all depend on this dynamic, how Anish and Magnus, how it will fare out, how it will pan out. By the way, they were the defending champions, but you can see that Prag is no longer playing this year. Fabi is not playing, but Magnus coming in does make their team really cool. Coming to the next team, and I think one of the favorites in this edition, the Triveni Continental Kings. They won in 2023-24. In 25, they were dominating the tournament, but lost in the finals to the APL Alpine Pipers. Here we have Ali Reza on the icon board. Incredible form he is in. Vei on number 2 board, and Vei is actually a very high scorer amongst the superstar board. And Arvind Chidambaram is playing on the male superstar board. Now, this is an interesting player who's making a debut for the first time. Now, Arvind will have to fire for his team. And we have Pranav, who is on the Prodigy board. And Pranav is a very good rapid player. So, I think a very good choice. And on the women superstar board, they've retained both their players, Zuzhiner and Alexandra Kostenyuk. And actually, I was going through like the scorings of the last couple of, all the editions. And what I saw was that in the superstar women's section, Alexandra Kostenyuk has been scoring incredibly well. She's right there at the top. And Zuzhiner has played only one edition and she scored 6.5. So that's a very good score. Meanwhile, in the superstar men's section, you will see that Vei is at the top. So in a way, you can now know that why the Triveni Continental Kings are such a huge force in this in this event. Like, you know, they were the champions in 2023, but at that point, Levon Aronian was the team icon. But in 24, Ali Reza was heading the team and they won it. And I have a feeling that their best player, of course, Zhu Jinner, she is so good. She's so strong. She reached world number 2 at such a young age. And then Pranav, and you know Magnus's famous tweet of Pranav. Pranav is Buddy and Buddy is Pranav. I think Pranav really does well in team competitions. He feels the energy for the team. Going to the next team, we have the Fires American Gambits. Now, leading from the front is Javokhir Sindarov. I really like this part that Sindarov decided to play this, come to India to play ahead of his World Championship match against Gukesh. And very interestingly, in the same team is also Bibisara Asaubayeva. Now, we all know that Javokhir and Bibisara are very good friends of each other. In fact, they are in a relationship with each other, which they revealed after the FIDE candidates. And so that's going to be a very interesting dynamic in the team. I love their men superstar board. You have Nihal Sarin and Daniel Dubov. Two incredibly different styled players, but both can play very positionally. But Dubov, of course, loves to attack. Nihal is a speed monster. So that's a very strong two boards there. And they have the two female superstar boards, the women superstar as Bibisara, who's very good at rapid and blitz, and Sara Khadem, who's also played quite well in the overall Global Chess League. She played the first edition where she was a replacement for Nana Zagnidze. She came for 5 rounds and scored 3.5 points. So she really likes this. And Marc-Andrea Morizzi, he's a very, very strong junior player. And I think, again, a very good balanced team here. One does know that Sindarov actually beat Magnus at the recently concluded FIDE World Rapid Teams that happened in Hong Kong. So Sindarov would be really pumped up for this one. He'll play Magnus once again. Now, the team of Ganges Grandmasters, I think this team somehow has so much experience on the top 3 boards that anyone could become an icon. You know, like Nepo is the icon board, but Levon Aronian, I mean, he's incredible. So is Lenier Dominguez. I mean, and I really am amazed with Levon's sort of longevity. He's right now 43, but he's winning tournaments and he's really, really good. There's also Polina Shuvalova and Stavrola Solakidu for their women's board. I would say they are not the strongest women players on this list. But somehow the Ganges Grandmasters decided to retain these 2 players in their team. And then for their prodigy board, they have Leon Mendonça, who was part of the winning team last year, the APL Alpine Pipers. So Leon has that winning experience with him and he'll try to bring that up. I think Stavrola and Polina on their day could beat just about anyone. So again, a team that is filled with a lot of experience here. Okay, moving on to the next team. We have the PBG Alaskan Knights with Vishy Anand on the icon board. And Vishy, with all his experience, will be really looking forward to a good event. In fact, if you look at Vishy's performance, you will see that in the first edition, Vishy did very well in 2023. In fact, scored 6 points out of 10. But then in the second edition, it wasn't great. He just scored 2 points. And in the third edition, it was 3.5. So Vishy firing would be a very, very important thing. Last year, we did see Vishy versus Gukesh, which was amazing to watch. But then on the superstar men board, they have these 2 youngsters, Yazkan Erdogmas and Arjun Erigaisi. Now, Arjun is young. He's 2003 born. But Yaz is like super young. He's 2011 born. He's just 15 years old. And he'll be coming to India. And I'm actually really, really excited to see him in action. We also have another prodigy in the same team, that is Abhimanyu Mishra. He became the youngest GM at the age of 12 years, 4 months and 25 days. And he is playing on the prodigy board. it's interesting that actually Abhimanyu is 2 years elder to Yas. So, but Yas is right now higher rated. We have Katrina Lagno, who is incredibly strong. She has won multiple Rapid and Blitz titles in the world. And you have Nino Batsiashvili. Actually, if you look at Nino's performance in the Global Chess League, you will see her right up there. In fact, she has not played one edition, but in the 2025 edition, she was the highest scoring female player with actually 7 points that she managed to score. So, very, very interesting. And by the way, here's a very cool picture of Abhimanyu Mishra, that intensity by David Lada. This was back in the day when the boy was not even, maybe he was 10 or 11 years old, not even a GM. Okay, then we have the Upgrad Mumba Masters team, and Upgrad Mumba Masters love to retain their players, love to have that camaraderie. So they have retained MVL, Mamidyarov, Harika, and Daneshwar Bardia. And I think that was a no-brainer there, because Daneshwar Bardia is right up there. You will see he's played only one edition and he scored 7.5 points there. Meanwhile, Harika is also a very, very consistent player for the Upgrad Mumba Masters, 16.5 points. Meanwhile, Shakriyar Mamedyarov is right there at 19. So I think a very strong team here, with Fedosiev making his debut, and so is Carissa Yip. Carissa Yip is US #1. It's her first time playing at GCL, and this will be super exciting to see her playing in this edition. That's the Upgrad Mumba Masters team. I personally think they have sometimes, the best team bonding. I've seen it since 2023. Their team owners really love to bring all the players together. And so you can see MVL was there in 2023. He's still there. Sindarov was part of their team, but now Sindarov has become an icon instead of a prodigy board. And that's what the GCL is all about. It gives opportunities for the prodigies to be in the same team as the icons. And someday these prodigies will go on to become the icons, just like how Javokhir Sindarov has done it. And the tournament is starting from the 3rd to the 13th of September. It's happening in Bengaluru. And I hope that you will visit there. The tickets and all will come out soon. We will let you know about it. But for now, my question to you is, out of these 6 teams that you just saw, who do you think will win it? Will it be the team of Magnus, Anish with it, and this very cool team? Will it be the team of Vishy Anand? Will it be the team of Alireza Firuza? Will it be the team of MVL, Yan Nepomnishi's team? Or will it be the team of Javokhir Sindarov? This is an incredibly strong tournament, and I look forward to your thoughts. This is Sagar Shah signing off.